Hi, everyone. It's me, Miss Branch, the art teacher, here with part 2 of lesson 4. We were making a sculpture out of Model Magic, and we were learning how to mix the secondary colors. We mixed red with yellow to get orange, yellow with blue to get green, and blue with red to get purple. And if you had any left, you were able to make two. All right. What we need today is to talk about the second part of the sculpture so we can get it done. Now, I'm going to switch my camera so that you can see the other camera, and I'll talk about the other supplies you need. All right, so you need your tray that you let your caterpillars dry out on. You had to go outside and find a stick, not too big, not too small, and you need your liquid glue. All right. Now, once you find your stick, you can play around with your stick and see how does it sit by itself. How do you want your stick to be on the shelf? If it's too big, ask a grown-up to cut some off. Or if you're strong enough, break a little piece off. So now the next step is that you get to play around with your sculpture. Where do you want this on your stick? That looks interesting. Maybe I'll have this one coming this way. They're going to meet up. Let me see. I'm going to turn it sideways so you guys can see what it's going to look like. So you want your stick so that it doesn't need to anything to hold it up. So when you find the stick, that's one of the good things. And then you can play around with where you want your sculpture to sit on your stick. I think I liked the first way because then it was okay. And they actually stayed up by themselves a little bit. All right. So now all we have to do, I'm going to take this one off first, is look and see where, let me bring my camera in, bring it closer. Where is my sculpture touching the stick? So I see the head, green, blue, and purple. So I know that's where I need to place my dots of glue. So I'm going to open my glue and I'm going to place a dot on red, green, blue, and purple. And these dots are a little bigger than normal because I really want it to stick on to my stick. And once I have that glued on, I'm going to leave it. Now I'm going to glue on my second piece. And now I'm just going to look sideways because I don't want this one to fall off. So I see that every spot is actually touching. So I'm going to put a dot. And even though this is two different materials, you still only want to use a dot of glue. So now I put a dot of glue and I have it on my stick. And now this is where you go and ask someone if you can't move it yourself, or if you can leave it there, let it stay and dry. Let it stay for a few days so that the glue can dry and set, and you have your finished sculpture. Now, I'm going to switch cameras. Let's see, replace pen. Now, if your parents have a hot glue gun, you can cheat a little. Ask them to hot glue it on. Just a couple of little dots of hot glue and your project is done immediately. But if you're going to do it by yourself, then just use your regular glue. And I'm going to carefully lift mine up so you can see what it looks like. And you can see that glue is, even though it was a little drop, it's still dripping. So it definitely has to dry. And I'm just going to wait some days for my finished sculpture. So everyone, that was the quick part 2 of lesson 4. We were learning about sculptures. We learned about form. We learned how to shape and mix colors. We learned so many things in this one project. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.